in question number 51. See, they are asking this kind of question. If you are aware, they have asked Dhauli, they have asked Jaugad, they have asked Eragudi. So they have already asked these questions. So this question cannot be considered as a complicated question. Dhauli, of course, in Odisha, and you all know that all these are major rock edict sites related to Asoka, right? So Dhauli is in Odisha, it is correct. Eragudi is in Andhra Pradesh, Anantapur district, it is correct. Jaugad is also in Odisha, Ganjam district. So Jaugad is in Odisha, and Kalsi is in Dehradun, Uttarakhand. So two pairs, only two pairs correct. So this is easy question, we can easily handle, and they have followed the general pattern. So answer would be B. Answer would be B. Now coming to question number 52. In 52, again they are following the trend, right? Last year also they asked some question related to regional kingdom of early medieval India. So this time also they are continuing with this trend. And we are always highlighting some important rulers, important places related to early medieval period. So see, Nannuk you can relate with Chandelas. You can relate Jai Sakti also with Chandelas. So Jai Sakti, this pair is not, you can say, properly matched, right? Then the third Nag Bhatt, you all know, Gurjar Pratihar, it is correctly matched. And Bhoj, you all know, you have one Bhoj Pratihar, you have one Bhoj Parmar, but they are giving Rashtrakoot. So this pair is not correct. So we can go for B again, Bombay. So only two pairs matched. Fine. Now coming to question number 53. See, in question number 53 also I would say that they are following the trend. In main examination also they have asked this question related to Sangam literature. They had asked questions related to the society, economy of Sangam literature. You all know that the Sangam literature is a Tamil literature, and probably you all know that Etu Toggai, right, Pattu Pattu, Padinen Kilaknakku, Sivag Jintamani, Silva Digaram, Mani Meghalai, all those texts. So they are mentioning about material culture, they are mentioning about their war and love, they are mentioning about their religion, right? But here you will see that statement 1 is saying Sangam poems are devoid of any reference to material culture. So this is wrong. Why we should consider statement number B as correct? Because in Tolkappiyam they have mentioned, right, 4 categories, and these 4 categories are considered as the 4 varnas. They are actually related to the varna system. So generally we consider those division of Tolkappiyam as social classification of varna. So in that context, statement B can be considered as the correct statement. So answer of this question would be B. Fine. Then coming to question number 54. This question is, of course, it's a very tough question, very difficult question to handle, factual. So this, you can guess even this question. Why? Because if you have some idea, during Akbar period only, this translation department was introduced, right? So they started translating some popular, Sanskrit book, translating Sanskrit book into Persian. If you have some idea, you have idea about Badawini, you have idea about Phaiji. So Yog Vasisth was also translated into Persian by Nizamuddin Panipati, right, during the period of Akbar. Even if you don't know this fact, you can guess Akbar, because translation department was introduced during this period. So even this question can be handled.
I could have answered this, sir, by elimination.
Yes.
Aurangzeb is impossible.
Yes.
Humayun barely survived.
Yes.
He had no time for all cultural activities. And Shah Jahan was busy making Taj Mahal.
Yes, yes.
So only person left who could do this was Akbar.
Yes, yes, sir. Anyone.
I would have got it right.
Yes.
Without knowing history.
Without knowing history.
Yes. Now coming to next question, question number 55. Yes. So in question number 55 is current affairs based question, right? So we had world's second tallest statue, Statue of Equality, right, in Hyderabad, and this was related to Ramanujacharya. And if you have some idea about the development of Vedanta, You have one very popular name called Sankaracharya, who is related to Advait. But Ramanujacharya, you all know, he added Visist Advait. So when he added Visist Advait, he started talking about not Gyan Marg, but Bhakti Marg. So when you know that Ramanujacharya is related to Bhakti, you can easily guess the answer. So the answer of this question would be, the best means of salvation was devotion. Fine. So answer of this question would be A. This is current affairs based culture. Fine. So A would be the right answer. Then coming to question number 56. See, this is also current affairs based question. It was in news also. So Prime Minister, when inaugurated this new circuit house, right, near Somnath temple. So this was covered by Indian Express and Hindu. So Somnath temple is one of the Jyotirling shrines. It is correct. Description of Somnath temple was given by Al-Biruni. This is also correct. But the Pran Pratistha, what is called installation of the temple, it was actually done by Rajendra Prasad, not Radha Krishnan. So third would be wrong. So we can go for A. So option A would be the correct option. So 56A. Manish sir can also do this, but it's a easy question. I can also claim, and see the way they placed it. They are also suggesting that it is history.
Yeah. Along with history.
Yes. So this is a very simple question, but you have to apply, because see, this was the reason for non-cooperation movement, the division between reserved and transferred subject. And as they were not satisfied with this division, it led to reaction, and this reaction paved the way for non-cooperation movement. And only thing here you can concentrate is local self-government. So local self-government was of course the part of transferred subject, but what you can do without finance, what you can do without administration of justice or police. So they were actually keeping the reserved subject, right? It as a reserved subject. So answer of this question would be C, as they're asking which of the following were treated as reserved subject. It would be 1, 3 and 4. So
Yes.
C would be the right answer.
And if we go by the code given below, then it is making the task easier, because law and justice definitely they will be keeping in the reserved list. They will not transfer. Police anyway. There was some confusion between local self-government and land revenue, but there was no such option as such. So that is what very precisely we can make out, that the 3 were in the reserved list and 1 local self-government was in the transferred list.
Fine. So next question, question number 82.
Yeah.
In medieval India, the term phanam. See, this is a tough question, but they are asking some complicated, right, terms related to ancient and medieval India. And this term phanam is very popular term during the South India, the Chola period. So the phanam, the meaning is coins, silver or gold coins. So phanam, answer would be coins. So B would be the right answer. Then next question, question number 83. In question number 83, consider the following freedom fighters. See, all these freedom fighters, they all are revolutionaries, but they are asking actively associated with the Gadar party. You all know Gadar party was formed by Lala Hardayal, 1913. So those people who were living in India but revolutionaries, they were not associated with Gadar party. But those who were living outside, they were associated with Gadar party, right? So you have a list, right? Those people related to Gadar party, and here Ras Bihari Bose, right, was a key member, right, associated with Gadar party. So we can go for D, 3 only. So answer would be D, 3 only. Now coming to question number 84. In question number 84 also, yes, Manish sir, it is also polity.
Yeah, I will support you.
So with reference to the proposal of Cripps mission, as you all know, again, as the defects of 1919 Act was the reason for non-cooperation movement, the defects of Cripps mission was the reason for Quit India movement.
Yes.
So they were not satisfied with this Cripps mission.
Yes.
Why they were not satisfied with the Cripps mission? Second World War was going on, and when the Second World War was going on, we were demanding some formula, some, some gift, but they were not ready to give any gift. They were repeating the same thing which they offered, what we call August offer. They were repeating the same thing. See, Constituent Assembly, right here is the first, statement also you can see.
August offer, Britishers accepted the demand for Constituent Assembly indirectly.
Yes.
And in Cribb's proposal, they accepted the demand directly, where they talked about that how it
Yes.
will be constituted.
So they accepted, of course there was
But
one
in
more
this
step.
question, the catch is some of them may get confused with Cabinet Mission Plan
Yes, yes.
while reading the first statement.
Yes.
So it is as per Cribb's proposal.
Yes. And second statement, what we popularly call in history provincial option. Actually, this statement was for Jinnah.
Yeah.
This statement was to divide the politics.
Yes.
So this is popularly called provincial option. So this was given just to convince Jinnah that we are with you, we can give you Pakistan.
So
Right?
the first statement is wrong
Yes,
because
wrong.
it says that Constituent Assembly would have members nominated,
Nominated.
by Provincial Assembly as well as Princely Estate.
Yes.
No, even in Cribb's mission, it was that members will be elected from provincial assemblies
Yes, yes.
indirectly.
Yes, yes.
And princes will nominate. So first statement is wrong.
And the second statement we can consider correct.
Correct,
right? Because they were allowed to continue with their own constitution.
there was a provision that if you don't want, then you will have to sign a separate treaty regarding your future with Britishers, and you can think of a new constitution for yourself.
And this second statement, why we generally remember, I told that, it was related to what we call separation, Pakistan.
Yes. So second
Fine.
is
Second
correct.
is wrong. Second,
No,
is correct. And
First is wrong.
So we can go for
B.
B, 2 only.
85.
Then question number 85. This question is of course slightly typical, but they are asking now some text, Buddhist text, Jaina text, and the other text, Sangam text they are asking. Those who have some background of history, they must be familiar with Parisist Parvan and Trisasti Salakha Purusa. So when you are familiar with Parisist Parvan and Trisasti Salakha Purusa, you can easily guess that these two are related to Jaina. So 2 and 4, these are Jaina text, and 1 and 3, these are Buddhist text. So we can go for, in 85, we can go for B, 2 and 4, these are, right, Jaina text. And Parisist Parvan and Trisasti Salakha Purusa, right, they are very popular. You must be knowing about Hemchandra. So these two are very popular text, Jaina text. So answer would be B. Then question number 86. In question number 86, again they are asking question related to historical person. See, this question is again complicated because these are not very popular names, popular historical person. Aryadev, right, of course, was a Buddhist scholar. He was a student of Nagarjuna. If you remember, even Mahayanism was also divided. So Aryadev was related to one group of Mahayanism. So Aryadev was not a Jaina scholar, he was a Buddhist scholar. So this pair is not correct. Then Dignag, of course, was the Buddhist scholar, and he was related to logic, what is called Hetuva, Dignag. And the Nath Muni, and he is popularly called Sri Rangnath Muni, and he was a Vaisnava scholar. So 2 and 3 correctly matched. So we can go for option C, only 2 pairs.
87. In history and geography, this format of question is
More, yes. Now, see, coming to question number 87. This question you can think as a tough question, but believe me, again, this area is very popular in general studies. Last year, sir, they asked a question regarding Mongol invasion. Last year also, during Iltutmish period, there was an invasion of Changiz Khan. So when during Iltutmish period, there was an invasion of Changiz Khan, first statement would be wrong.
so Mongol invasion and Ashoka rock edicts.
These are popular areas.
competitive.
Yes, popular
Thematically.
areas. Yes. So the first Mongol invasion of India happened during the reign of Jalaluddin Khilji. You can easily say no. And Mongol invasion was always a real problem for Sultanate. It was actually one of the reasons for the downfall of Sultanate. Right? And the first invasion Mongol was Changiz invasion, Changiz Khan. And the last invasion was Taimur's invasion. Taimur Lung's invasion. So first Mongol invasion of India happened during Jalaluddin Khalji, wrong. During the reign of Alauddin Khalji, one Mongol assault marched up to Delhi. This information is not very popular, but there was a man called Kutulug Khwaja. He invaded and he besieged the city. So this statement is correct. Then Muhammad bin Tughlaq temporarily lost portion of northwest. No. So there was no loss of any portion during Muhammad bin Tughlaq. So third statement is also wrong. So only two. Second statement is correct. So we can go for B, 2 only. Fine. So again we can go for next question.
88.
Question number 88. See this question, anyone can question that why they are asking this kind of question. This fact is mentioned in V.D. Mahajan, and V.D. Mahajan is a standard text for history optional, right? So those who have some idea about V.D. Mahajan book, they can easily guess that answer would be Sayyid. Sayyids were called Kuladara, right? Those who were actually using this kind of cap. This is very easy who are familiar with V.D. Mahajan, but I honestly believe that for general studies we cannot recommend Sir V.D. Mahajan.
Yes.
Right? So probably for us it is easy, but it is not very easy. And
it is to leave such questions.
Yes. And of course we have some term.
So the main crime is not to know. The crime is to guess and
Yes.
mark the wrong one.
Yes.
When the questions are difficult.
Yes.
They have left it.
And here there would be some confusion, sir, because there is a painting tradition also in India called Kulahadar tradition, Chaura Panchasika tradition. So those who have good command over culture, they can mark a Persian calligraphist, but that would not be a right answer. Right.
I would pitch students to consider history optional now.
Yes, sir.
Given the trends that we have, and rank 1 is history.
So-
So I think history should be seriously considered.
Yes.
Okay, another Kuladhara is coming next year.
Yes. So
V.D. Mahajan is on.
So this is the beauty of ALS. A geography optional teacher is recommending history optional. So this kind of atmosphere we have here.
He noticed it.
89.
89 question number 89. Again, this question is statement 89, question number 89. Yes, this question is statement number 1 is very difficult to handle. See, we are considering it as correct, but it can be wrong. It is not mentioned that the land was granted by Gajapati ruler. And as a student of history, I can tell you that Gajapati ruler were not present that time, right? So Dutch established their factories in Odisha, in the east coast, but it was land granted by Gajapati ruler. It can be wrong, but we generally considering it as a correct. Second, you can easily understand that it is the second statement is correct, because Albuquerque captured Goa from Bijapur Sultanate in 1510. It is very simple. Then the English East India Company established a factory at Madras. Yes, this is also correct. They were granted by, this land was granted by Nayakas. And you all know that the Nayakas, they were the representative of the Vijayanagar Empire. So the second and third, these are totally correct. One can be wrong. If you have marked only 2 and 3, you can believe that you can also be correct, but we are going for, yes, we are going for D, 1, right.
1 and 1.
Right, we are going for 2 and 3, correct statement.
Then B.
They type-
Typing error in the question which
Therefore-
we are showing on screen.
One,
D is
D is
1, 2 and 3
2
on.
Yeah, 1, 2
Yeah.
and 3 are correct.
So Alok, from your side, answer is D. 1,
Yes,
2 and
answer
3.
is D. We are
All
giving
3 are correct.
1, 2 and 3, but I am giving you a hope that even if you have marked 2 and 3, you can be correct, because first statement technically Gajapati ruler we have not seen in our textbook, right? So if you have marked 2 and 3 also, don't think that you are wrong.
Okay. Yeah.
Fine. So coming to next question,
90.
90, question number 90. According to Kautilya's Arthashastra, see this question again is a complicated question, but you know that Kautilya Arthashastra talked about different kind of slaves. Megasthenes as a source rejected slavery system in India, but Kautilya's Arthashastra, right, Kautilya's Arthashastra gave, mentioned a list of 9 kind of slave. Suppose first a person could be a slave as a result of a judicial punishment. A word is mentioned in Kautilya's Arthashastra, Dand Pranit. So this is correct. Second, if a female slave bore her master a son, she was legally free. So the term for this is grihijat. So there are many terms, there are 9 terms mentioned for it. So we can go for again D, 1, 2 and 3. Third statement, again there is slight confusion, but we are going for 1, 2 and 3. So for me answer should be D, 1, 2 and 3. This is
No, but we have given us A. 1 and 2 only. D we
yes.
not give.
So we are giving 1 and 2 only, but as I said 1 and 2, and if they are mentioning, they have right
See,
mentioned.
actually in 89 and 90 there are confusion. I mean, different experts will say different things. So anyway, so that you can also put it. I mean, these 2 questions as a question mark with a doubt in your
Yes,
mind.
yes.
So even though in 89 we have given D as the answer and 90 we have given A as the answer, but it could be different also because of the problem in one of these statements. Okay, so I think 90 we are
Yes.
going for A, but according to Alok it can be even all the 3 also.
Yes, all the 3 also.
So it can never be very confidently said that what we are saying is correct in these 2 questions. Anyway.